Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting and Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkoviak, and I just finished doing a test here that we're going to show you because one of the questions I get asked more than anything else ever is why I don't hunt in camouflage. Why am I so against camouflage? What is it I don't like about camouflage? So we're going to answer that today in full honesty and in full detail, and then I'm going to show you some tests here that I've been doing. First of all, understand that I'm not against camouflage. Okay, I don't believe camo does anything for you. I've got a series of tests set up here with a bunch of different pieces of camo, solids, and Dan here, my homemade camo that I'm going to show you in here from up close 5 yards, or from up close 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards. We're going to go through this whole thing and see it, so it's going to come into play and make sense for you. But in my opinion, camo offers no real value to you. Because the patterns today are designed to fool our eyes. They're made to fool our eyes only. And every time you see a camo picture in a magazine, an ad, anything like that, they're usually behind foliage or right up in there tight in the foliage like that, and they're shot very close from like 5 feet away. Okay? If a deer is 5 feet away from you, he's already dead. It doesn't make any difference, okay? Same with it, 20 yards for most of you guys, 30 yards for a lot of you guys. So having that deer in that close, the pattern and being visible and understandable that close is irrelevant. What matters is what it looks like at 20, 30, 40, 50 yards. When you get out there at distances, that has to be able to break up your pattern. Neighbors pulling by. If you cannot break that pattern up, then it's pointless. It serves no purpose. There is not a camo out there today other than ASAT and the one from Kuiu, this one right here that my vest is made out of, which I've said many times is the only camo pattern that really matters to me. But this one right there, that camo pattern, the old military pattern, it looks like that, and ASAT are the only patterns out there that have any chance and any hope of actually breaking up your pattern at distance for deer to see it. Otherwise, the other patterns blob out. Not that that's a bad thing, okay? Understand, I don't think any of it matters. That's why I don't wear it. It's not like, I think there's your life is going to change and you're going to become such a better hunter if you wear a certain camo pattern. I don't think it matters if you wear camo pattern, fluorescent orange, hot pink, and green. I don't care what you wear out there. It makes zero difference. Because when you at distance, when you're outside of shooting range where you're going to get worried about being busted, or these deer are coming into you, they are going to pick you off regardless of what you're wearing. What you're wearing is not going to make a difference. A lot of you guys are going to argue with me. Oh my God, you don't know what you're talking about. I just paid $3,000 for this outfit. It's the best thing in the world. It hides you from everything. Nothing can see you. Not even the space shuttle can see you. Nothing can see you. I get it. I understand that. I see what you're saying. But I'm telling you, realistically, it doesn't matter. So if if you're going to hit the unlike button because you're mad or because you're upset, I get it. I understand. I'm just telling you, I'm not trying to rain on your parade. I'm just telling you that for me personally, camo doesn't make a difference. I've been hunting for a long time, and I'm a traditional bow hunter, which means I'm in a lot closer to deer than most people are. And again, I'm not saying that in a bad way or in a mean way, but as a traditional bow hunter, our game starts when yours is already over. Most of the compound guys, they're killing deer at 20, 30, 40 yards. For us, we don't even take the bow off the hook until they're inside of 20 yards, okay? So for us, our game is a very inside, very tight-knit game. And so we learn a lot about these animals and what they do. And I've learned over the years, in hundreds of animals killed and hundreds of animals inside of 20 yards, that the clothing I'm wearing doesn't matter. So for me, I'm going to hunt in what makes me most comfortable. And I'm also going to hunt in what I consider disposable clothing. Okay, that's the stuff. Oh, my arm is getting sore from holding it for all these videos. We're going to go kind of sideways like this. There we go. It's my new fashion post. Like it? But the pattern doesn't matter so much, but I want disposable clothing, something that I can beat up, that I can throw around, that I can go walk through mud with, that I can sit on the ground and get trashed and get covered in blood, get it wrecked. I don't care about it because it's easily replaceable. So my style of hunting clothes has been greatly different than many people. Most people have an outfit or two or three or four that they consider hunting clothes. Okay, I used to be that way also. Okay, nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with any camo pattern. There's nothing wrong with the clothes you have. There's nothing wrong with what you want to buy. There's nothing wrong with any of it. But I learned a long time ago that having set outfits of hunting clothing actually slowed me down and stopped me from hunting more, because I would have to change my clothes. okay? Just like scent care and scent control regimens, okay? They would slow me down and make it where I couldn't hunt. If I had an hour to go hunt, like here, where I live in the woods, okay? I mean, look around. I'm buried in the woods. I have 5 acres here, and I back up. That's all public land right there. It's all public land buried in there. And so if I'm working on a Tuesday afternoon in October, and I get my work done at 2 o'clock, and I don't have a meeting until 4, a phone meeting at 4, I'm going hunting, okay? I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that in the past. I could not change my clothes, do my scent control regimen, get everything ready, and then know I got to recharge everything and do all this stuff after I'm done and get it re-scent controlled and wash it again. I couldn't do all this stuff and go out there for an hour hunt. Now I go out there in exactly what I'm wearing. I've hunted in this exact outfit that I'm wearing. I will change my boots just so I don't get crap in these shoes, you know, like coming in from the sides, but I hunt in this. You guys have seen it in videos. You've seen this exact outfit I'm wearing when I'm pig hunting. Okay, when I'm spot and stalk pig hunting, and you know, I wear deer hunting, I wear the regular clothes. So for me, the advantage of wearing what I have, okay, ride what ride what you drove kind of thing we used to say in the dirt bike and snowmobile days. But by having the same outfits in my dresser that I wear every single day and using them as hunting clothes is a major advantage for me, because I don't have to change. I don't have to scent control. I don't have to nothing. For me, at the beginning of the season, usually about second week of September, every item of clothing I have starts getting washed in scent-free and UV-free soap and all that stuff. Rest of the year, you know, some of it gets mixed in there and that kind of stuff. But starting that time in September, they get hit with a UV killer soap, and they get hit with they're just washed every single day in unscented, un-UV brightener detergents. And then I hunt with whatever I have on or whatever is in my dresser, whatever I want to bring. And I've come to really appreciate being able to hunt in normal everyday clothes. Okay, this outfit that I have on is just as much camouflage as pretty much everything that there is out there that's camouflage in a deer's world. Okay, it does not make any difference. And like I said, proven that time and time again by many, many people. But also, I see it with my own eyes in the woods all the time. The clothing does not make a difference as far as the camo stuff. Again, you want scent wick and moisture control and scent eliminating blocker technology with ozonics built in and automatic shoe tying. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with any of that. It's all going to work great. It's just not what I don't need it. I don't need it at all. I don't need scent control. I don't need scent sprays. I don't need scent soaps. I don't need scent wicks. I don't need special socks. I don't need to have certain hunting clothes. I don't need it. I'm just going to hunt whatever I'm wearing. That's how I am personally. Now, here's the thing. The most important part of this entire video. Hunt with whatever gives you confidence, okay? If having a $1,000 or $2,000 outfit is going to make you more confident and make you feel good, do it. If buying a certain camo pattern is going to make you feel like you're hidden more from the deer and you can hide and tuck away better, buy it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, and confidence is key, because if you don't have the confidence, you're not going to stay up in a tree up there ready to hunt for hours on end, which I read a statistic here on one of the online things here, and it said that the average person today, between 2017 and 2019, when they sit on a tree stand, they're up there for an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, I laughed at that. I thought an hour and 20 minutes, even in mid-October, even during the lull. The shortest time I'm on stand when I'm planning to hunt, other than, like I said, an afternoon quick trip out for an hour here and there. But when I'm on during the whole month of November, they're all day sits. But otherwise, even when I go out for a morning hunt, I mean, it's 4 to 5, 6 hours in the morning, 4 to 5, 6 hours in the evening. So I'm on stand a long time. I want to be in comfortable clothes that matter to me, and I have the confidence in whatever I'm wearing. Sorry, it's very hot out here and humid today. As you can see, I'm just standing here. I'm dying of sweat. But having that confidence is everything. If you buying a certain camo pattern is going to give you that confidence to take you from being a guy that stands there for an hour and a half to turn you into a guy that's going to stand there for 2.5 hours, more power to you. There is nothing wrong with that. So I'm not ever knocking camo. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just don't need it, okay? I don't believe in it. I don't trust it. It does not give me any confidence. What gives me confidence is as much minutes as I can spend in the woods. Regular hunting clothes let me do that at any given time I want, or regular clothes, not hunting clothes. gives me the option to do that whenever I want to. So it's all personal preference. There is no right or wrong, but that is the answer to that question, why I don't believe in it or wear it. I'm going to show you some tests that prove to me, in my eyes, that it doesn't make any difference, you know, whether you're wearing camo or not camo. But for me personally, I've learned that the confidence is not there with the camo. I could care less what it is. So hunt in regular clothes. That's what I do. You hunt in whatever gives you the confidence and will keep you on stand longer and keep you in that game longer and make you hunt harder. That's what's most important. So, all right, thanks for watching. We're going to get into these tests here for you. All right, so we are about to do this test here. So what we are going to do is we're going to take these camo patterns and these setups right here that you see, okay? Kuyu Valles or Valdez, I don't even know what they call it, but it's that Kuyu, that really cool, the only Kuyu pattern that I really like. It's old stuff that I've had forever, old stuff. I don't even know what these are. I have no idea. I'm not a camo guy, so I don't even know what those are. You might. And then my shirt, this shirt I have worn so much. I mean, I have been in that shirt I bought that one in 2005. I've worn it on my bear hunt, many hunts after that. I bought it for a bear hunt, and I actually killed that bear. It's on my podcast channel. If you go there and you look at the About Me, you'll see me in that shirt, but I have 4 of these. I'm still on my first one, but I love that shirt. My Columbia Center jacket that I wear all the time, just a random shirt from my closet, and then Dan here, I just made this shirt with some white duct tape on there to kind of show a visual aspect. So I'm going to hang these, and we're going to shoot this in black. I'm going to shoot it in color, but I'm going to convert it to black and white because deer don't see in color. Yes, I know they see hues of blue and blah, 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 and ultraviolet light, and I get all that, okay? But point being, they do not see in color like we do. So we're going to do this in black and white. So what the game plan is going to be, I'm going to set it up in black and white. I'm going to show you what it looks like up close, which is how every company shoots it in their ads. That's what draws you in, okay, to camouflage. And again, not that there's anything wrong with camo, but they shoot it from like the distance from me to you, okay? That's the picture. Here's the guy with the bow, and he's tucked into that tree, and it's this far away. Of course the camo pattern looks good, and it blends in with everything around it. If a deer's that close, you're in trouble anyway, or you better be dead already. So that doesn't matter. So I'm going to show it to you there so you see it up close, like 6, 7 yards or whatever. And then I'm going to show you at 10 yards. Then I'm going to show it to you at 20 yards. Then I'm going to show it to you at 30 yards. We want to see what breaks up your pattern, because the camo pattern that's on it means nothing. What matters is how it breaks up the ability to see these as a shirt or jacket or vest or whatever it is, but the ability to take away the fact of that being a human body, a human silhouette against there. It's not a silhouette. It's going to be hanging on a tree, on a pine with pine stuff around it, but nothing in front of it. You'll see when I set it up here, but basically our goal is to find out and see the differences on how well they break up your human outline. Okay, that is key, because if a camo pattern can't do that, it can't do anything. That is the only purpose to have camo, is to break up your human outline. Okay, like I said, up here, this distance right here doesn't mean nothing. Nothing you're going to hunt is going to be that close where it matters. You need it to be done 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 yards. I'm not walking back and forth for all these for 40 and 50 yards. So I'm going to do 10, 20, and 30 yards. Let you see the difference. I'm going to set the camera so it's about real world how I see it. So I'm going to, kind of look at it, say, okay, I can see from here to here, it's about there. And I'm going to set the camera so it's like a 1-to-1 ratio for my eyesight, and we're going to go through this and see what they look like and see what the differences are. So let's go ahead and set it up. Okay, we are at 5 yards right now, so you can see, you can still determine that pattern that's in there a little bit and see it at 5 yards. Now when we back up here, we're going to go back 10 yards. Keep going back. See how it's already gone? Can't even see that. And I have this camera set up as close to what I see it as by eye as we can be. You know how it would normally look. So now we're at 20 yards. Okay, pattern's worthless, does nothing whatsoever. And we're going to go back here to 30 yards. They're just a couple sticks I got marked when I measured it here to show you. But so we even it out, but that's 30 yards. Okay, the pattern on this is pointless. It doesn't do anything for you. So let's try some other camo patterns here and see as well. Okay, here's this one. We're 5 yards right here. Up close is where everybody wants to shoot it for your videos. This is where it looks good for the pictures you see in magazines, that kind of stuff, because it's right there where the pattern's defined. Come back here, 10 yards. Okay. Let's go back to 20. 20 yards. Pattern, you can still see that black stripe down the middle. That's kind of nice. That black stripe divides it. So that's kind of a cool feature. It's the only feature on that camo pattern. It's worth it. But notice how you got more whites in there too that kind of help break it up, and that contrast is much higher than the last one. Works fantastic there as far as a camo option here at 20 yards. Now when we get back to 30, going back here, 30 yards. Basically not much there, but you still see that black line on there. That's a nice feature. Again, the contrast is what matters. All right, here we got the KUIU stuff. This is my KUIU vest. This is my favorite vest ever, and this is one of only 2 camo patterns that are commercially made that I think are worth anything at all. This is that KUIU. I think it's the Whitetails or something. Don't quote me on that, but it's this one. It looks like old military camo. And but this one here and then ASAT camo are the only 2 camos I think actually serve a purpose. But here we are again up close where everybody wants to show it in magazines, things like that. We're about 6 yards. So here we're going to go back to 10 yards. So here's a 10-yard view of this right there. Okay, that's our 10-yard view. Now we're going back to 20. So we'll see what this looks like back here. But notice it's still broken up very well. Okay, here's 20 yards. Look, it breaks up that outline. You cannot tell that that's a vest there, okay? It really breaks it up very well. That pattern's working. It's doing what it's supposed to. Come back here to 30. Hang on. Gotta watch the tree. There we go. So when we're here at 30, that camo pattern is working. See back here, even at 30 yards, it completely breaks up the outline of that. That's the kind of stuff you're looking for in a camo pattern. Unfortunately, like I said, there's only 2 of them out there today that actually do that, in my opinion. Maybe there's more that I'm not aware of. I'm not a big camo guy, obviously, but for me, it's this KUIU camo and the ASAT are the only 2 I know of that work like that. All right, now we have the actual shirt that I wear more than anything. I have 4 of these shirts. This is my first one ever still that I'm still using. It's pretty beat up here, but I have 4 of them. They don't make them anymore. It was a redhead. They don't make this color pattern exactly. But anyway, long story short, I loved it so much I bought 4 of these, and I still have 3 of them unopened in a package. But I love this shirt. I've been wearing this. I wore it for the first time on a bear hunt in 2005. So that's how long I've been wearing this shirt. It's one of my all-time favorites. And you can see here, we're up close where everybody shoots that stuff. Let's go back here to 10. So here's 10 yards. There's what it looks like at 10 yards. Breaks it up nicely, like they all do at 10 yards. Okay, now when we get back here, let's go back to 20. And there's 20. Look at how well that still breaks that outline up. And then we go back here to 30. Again, the contrast is what matters, in my opinion. And hang on, got a phone call coming in. We cancel that. There we go. And there it is at 30. So you can see the difference. All right, now here's just another shirt I threw up here for a reference, just to see. Got a lot of contrast in it. And again, I believe these are all going to be black and white when you see them, so it'll make more sense here in video. I'm shooting it in color, but here it is, 5 yards, or actually, yeah, we're about 5.5 yards, 6 yards, somewhere in there, but that up close stuff. Come back in here. Okay, 10 yards, right there like that. Go back to 20. And right there. And we'll go back here to 30. Watch, don't hit the tree. And there we go. And you can see the differences there. Now here's my solid. Okay, it's my solid Columbia center jacket. I've killed more animals in this than I think anything else I've ever worn. But there it is up close. And I will come back to the 10-yard mark. Okay, so we got 10 yards right there like that for you to see. Come back here. Now it's a solid, so we're not worried about a pattern or anything, but like I said, this will be a good baseline for when you compare it to the other patterns and see how well defined or if they make a difference. Here it is at 20 yards. Where's my 30 mark at? I'm going backwards here. Right there. And there's 30. So you can make a judgment for yourself. Okay, here's my experiment. It's an old green shop shirt that I had laying around that I use as an actual shop rag. And I put a couple pieces of white duct tape on it because I didn't have any gray left. So let's just see here. So that's up close, personal. Okay, we're back here. There's 10 yards. Okay, we can see it at 10 yards. Let's go back here. But look at how that breaks that pattern up. There's 20 yards. Look at that pattern. Completely, I mean, you cannot tell that that's a body there. Okay, it's some duct tape on a shirt, but it's the contrast, it's the big pattern, the big boldness to it that matters. Okay, 30 yards. Look at that. Okay, yeah, the white pops out pretty good. I understand that, but look at how you can no longer tell that that's a shirt. What that is, that pattern is still doing its job back here at 30 yards. Interesting. I don't know why more camo companies don't follow that and understand that, but there you go.